This video discusses weight loss and health habits. Please take care while watching and skip if these topics may be triggering for you. Hello everybody, happy Sunday and welcome to week 4 in my summer glow up series, where over 8 or 9 weeks I am doing everything I can to glow up, to lose a bit of weight, to gain fitness ahead of my Pakistan hiking expedition, and I am taking you along for the journey. Because ever since hitting my 30s, despite not changing anything about my diet or exercise routine, the scales were just creeping up. And so I decided it was time to put a stop to that, put my health first, and get into the best shape of my life. That's the plan anyway. But these things are not easy, especially when I'm also trying to have a summer that I genuinely want to enjoy, and that is what this series is all about. So it is Sunday. I actually just did my final weigh-in this morning, but that's at the end of the previous vlog, which you can click up here or here to watch. That was in Italy, but we are now back in the UK. I'm actually just at my parents' house at the moment because it was quicker to get here from Gatwick than it is to get back to my London flat. And this morning I'm actually going to do possibly my biggest exercise to date in this series, because I'm going to be comboing a strength class at the gym immediately followed by a 47-minute easy run in my Garmin coach plan, because that's what it's telling me to do today. But I am aware if I want my metabolism to speed up, I am going to need to build my muscles. I can't just rely on running and cardio alone, which is why I joined the gym. And I know a lot of you have been telling me that I do need to combat my fears and go into the weight section myself in the gym. And I think I'm going to do that later on this week. However, I had already booked this class. It's called Strength. It's a pure gym class. It's only half an hour long. I think it's going to be a nice reintroduction back into weights for me. And so I've heard, if you are in one training session comboing your strength and cardio, you should do the strength first. So that's what I'm doing.
3, 2, 1, off we go. 15 seconds down.
Oh, that felt good, actually. I'd say that strength session wasn't quite a strength session. I would compare it much more to like a HIIT or even a cardio session. But still, you live and you learn. I haven't done all of the pure gym classes, so it'll be interesting to do a different one each time just to recognize which ones are worth me going to with my goals in mind. But combining that with the run worked really well, and actually, despite the fact that I was running pretty slowly, just because I was keeping my heart rate down, I did feel really strong on that run. I felt really good. So good start to the week. And now we're going to play a game of what is in my parents' fridge. So I'm going to try and reach for something or make something which fits within my diet. I hate the word diet. My food choices of the summer. Should we call it that? No, I need to think of another word for it. Okay, Mum and Dad's fridge was actually stocked really well. So I've made myself a 2-egg omelette. We've got some bacon, half an avocado mashed up, and some cherry tomatoes and chestnut mushrooms. Mostly all made with olive oil fry light stuff, so I'm hoping that's not too many extra calories. And for dinner, again, just working with what I found in the fridge and in the pantry and in the freezer. I found a salmon fillet, some rice, and a bunch of cherry tomatoes, and that's it. Oh, we had to get the wagon out for this shop. Ah! I shopped a lot. I spent 52 or 51 pounds in Lidl today. Would you like to see what I got? A cucumber, low-fat cheddar cheese, and grapes, 2 packs of cherry toms. Someone commented in one of my previous vlogs that the mayonnaise I bought was absolutely horrible, and I completely agree. So I've gone for a new mayonnaise, Hellmann's Light mayonnaise. 2 avocados, broccoli, quinoa, brown rice, a little salad green mix, semi-skimmed milk, 4 pints. I don't think I need this much, but they didn't do anything smaller. 6 eggs, 6 bananas, big pack of prawns, some turkey breast slices, a very large pack, 2 kilograms of chicken breast, some high protein chocolate and vanilla mousses. I actually tried this one for the first time in Italy and really liked it. I thought it tasted a little bit like a Milky Bar mousse, which is an absolute blast from the past. So I thought these would be good little snacks or desserts when I'm craving something sweet. And then finally, something I haven't tried, I got 3 of these high protein meals. We've gone for a spag bowl, a pulled barbecue chicken, and beef chili. And they're high protein, they're low cal, and I just thought that they would be really good for times where I don't have time to make something, or I need to bring a meal with me and have something on the go. They were really inexpensive as well, like £3.30 or something like that, which I thought was really good. So yeah, £51.77 for all of that from Lidl, which I think is pretty good, because I'm hoping that this will last me the best part of 2 weeks. I'm home for a long time now, so it's really nice to actually be able to buy food for a longer period. I don't often have that situation. And it is just me here, so the plan with this extra large pack of chicken breast fillets is I'm going to freeze most of them. I'm going to individually wrap them in cling film, stick them in the freezer, and then on a day-by-day basis, if I know I want chicken that day, I can just pull them out. And then it will hopefully last a lot longer, because currently it says 15th of June, which is in 6 days' time. I'm not going to get through all of this in 6 days, I don't think. Trying out this as a snack today. We've got some cherry toms, the different grapes, and also chopped up some cubes of that cheese, because I do love a grape and cheese combo. If this was a party and those were on cocktail sticks, you know what I would be going towards. I debated whether or not to actually get this cheese, because that was something that I've kind of been trying to stay away from. But I figured everything else I got was really quite healthy, so... Yum. Good snack, good snack. I'm in a bit of a hurry. I completely lost track of time. But my workout of the day, I'm doubling up again on the strength and cardio. However, the strength session is super short. It's just a core session at Pure Gym. It's only 15 minutes long. And I thought that that would be good for me just to engage my core muscles, because I don't think that I do that enough. I haven't been to this session before though, so we shall see. And then my cardio is actually a really long one. It's a 57-minute run. So I'm wearing my vest, stuffing it with my funny little tubes. And I'll fill that up with the sports water that they've got at Pure Gym, which has like electrolytes in and things. Ooh, haven't worn this in ages. Makes me feel very official. Right, I think I'm gonna have to run to the gym actually. A light run. Otherwise I'm going to be late for this class. That was good. And now I'm starving. I forgot to have a banana before I left. Rookie error. Oh my goodness, this is one of the biggest salads I've ever made. I don't know if I could even call it a salad. Most of this stuff is warm. We've got brown rice, cherry tomatoes, broccoli's in there, salad greens. I've got a massive chicken breast fillet chopped up, a dollop of mayo to give it a little bit of moisture. Pretty good. It's trying to find the balance between, you know, eating really well, but also actually refueling. I've done so much exercise today because, as well as that core class and that 8-kilometre run, I also went on a 7-kilometre walk with my father this morning. He does these hot girl walks every morning. He doesn't call them hot girl walks, but I do. In fact, I've done 23,000 steps, so I feel like I needed a big meal. Because if you don't refuel, you're not going to be able to keep going for much longer. It's not going to be sustainable. That annoying music that's been playing. I'm on hold to Apple support right now, which is fun. And so I felt like I didn't really have time to cook a proper meal. So thought I would try one of these high protein ready meals. We've got the spag bowl, because this is the only one that said could not be freezable. So I had this one in the fridge. I've just added a small amount of my cheese to it. I'm not counting calories, but it was under 400 calories, which is really good for a spaghetti bolognese, no? That's all right. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. We'll definitely be purchasing this again. So no running today. It's a rest day, which I'm kind of thrilled about because I feel like I've been running loads. But I am going to try out a new class at the gym, which I haven't been to yet. It's Pure Gym's Lift. And I think this is the one I'm most excited about because I feel like this is the one that may be closest aligned with my goals of building some muscle. I actually haven't worn this gym t-shirt in a really long time and I like it. When I've been away for a really long period of time, it's actually really fun when I come home because I feel like I'm unlocking a whole new wardrobe. Basically just the wardrobe that I didn't take travelling with me. I'm walking to the gym and a bird just shat on my shoulder. That is something that I've always feared walking down this canal. It's never actually happened until now. Oh God. I am having the same dinner as yesterday because it was absolutely delicious. And oh my God, the chicken breast fillet comes out perfectly. I air fried it and it's a big fat fillet. I stuck it in 180 for 18 minutes, flipped it halfway, and it's beautiful. It's juicy. I seasoned it with paprika and onion granules and garlic granules, and oh my goodness. The only thing I've changed about today though is instead of putting mayo, I've done hummus instead, which is interesting, but I really like hummus, so it should work. Brown rice, broccoli, and cherry tomato. Is anyone else like me and they like to make everything a salad? Like, I just like to chop everything up on my plate and mix it together like a salad, always. I gotta be honest, I didn't love that class today, lift, for a few reasons. One, the instructor had the personality of a plank. I'm sorry. Everything he said just sounded so boring. I was like, I do not feel motivated to do this in the slightest. And also, because it was my first class, I didn't want to go too heavy just because I didn't know what was coming next. But I went way too light, and so I felt like the exercises just really weren't doing much for me. But since today is supposed to be my rest day, I guess it was kind of perfect. The fact that I just did 30 minutes of like light exercise was probably good for me today. But will I go to that class again? Probably not. Because I kept thinking to myself, I could do this myself and I could do it like in my own time and my own pace. But this is good. This is what we want. We want me to be feeling encouraged to go into the weight section of the gym by myself. Good morning. I was supposed to do another like combo this morning with the strength and the run. However, I slept terribly last night. Well, it's not that I slept terribly, it just took me ages to fall asleep, like 3 hours, which meant that I only ended up getting 4 hours of sleep. But I was determined to get up when I did, which was at 6:30, because I'm trying a new class this morning. Probably the one I'm most excited about as well. It's Pure Gym Pump. And now in my gym, as far as I'm aware, they actually only have it on once a week. So I really can't miss it. I always used to really like going to the Les Mills body pump back in the day. And so I don't know how similar the Pure Gym one is going to be to it. If it's anything like the other Pure Gym classes, perhaps not so much, but maybe. This one is 45 minutes and all my other classes are 30 minutes. So that's the first promising thing. But yeah, today my Garmin coach is also telling me to do a tempo run, which is not one of my easy runs. And I was going to do it straight afterwards, but I feel like on 4 hours sleep, that's not going to be the best choice, which is a shame because I was looking forward to doing a tempo run, but I know I shouldn't push myself. What I think I'm going to do is go to pump, come back home, rest, and then if I feel up for it, I'll do the run before lunch. But if not, I'm not going to sweat it and I will just leave it there. I also find it quite funny wearing leggings because I feel like I've been exercising in hot countries for quite a lot recently, and I've just always worn my shorts, and I've gotten so used to working out in my shorts. I don't know how I feel about working out in leggings now. It feels immediately like it's going to be perhaps too warm. But today in London, it just looks quite miserable and grey. I don't think it's too cold, but I just don't think shorts are the one today. Look at that, we can't even see the tops of the London buildings today. Oh, that class was really good. Absolutely spectacular. I'm going to try and go to that one every single week now. The instructor was enthusiastic. It was fast paced. It was hard. My muscles were trembling and I was like, this is good. This is the kind of strength workout that I need. I'm very sad that they only do it once a week, but that's okay. I can commit to that, and you know what? I'm not going to go for my run today. After that, I just feel like doing a tempo run is going to be too much. I like this. I like, you know, being in a position where I can get to know all the different classes, find out what I like, find out what I don't like, figure out what kind of routine works, especially because initially, like when the Garmin coach is designing my run program, it's like, which days of the week do you want to run? And I'm like, I have no idea, because I have no idea what else I'm doing that week. But now that I'm home and can get a bit of a routine, and I know what days the good classes are on, all of that can just become a lot more accurate for me. Now the goal for the breakfast is protein. We're gonna have an egg omelette. I'm gonna stick some roast turkey breast in it. Oh, I might even put a little bit of cheese in it. That would be lovely. There we go. How's that for a breakfast? Turkey cheese omelette, little tomato salad, and some hummus. I have so many like eating areas in my house for some reason. I have a dining table, I have bar stools, I have a desk, and yet every single time I come to sit on my sofa at my coffee table, I'm not even watching TV. Why are we like this? It's just comfier over here. Just came out for an evening walk to attempt to get my steps up to 10k today, just because they were nowhere near. And to be fair, I don't even think I'm going to hit it. But I'll be close. I'll be in like 9,000 and that's good enough. What I wanted to tell you is that, so I've been eating super clean for like 3 days now. And I feel really good. I feel super full. Although I haven't been like overindulging at all. And I don't feel bloated at all. And what I think I've realised is that my norm, with my normal eating habits before this whole journey, was to feel like pretty super bloated. But like, I feel like I'm walking around and my tummy just feels not bloated. And what a revelation is that? It feels good. And it makes me feel motivated to continue eating as cleanly as I am. Morning. It's been a busy morning this morning actually. I went to Pure Gym. I did that core class again, which actually I'm really going to try and make that a regular thing. It's only 15 minutes. I feel like it really gets my core engaged, like ready for activity. And then I just did a run with my friend Jackie. Didn't get any footage, but I got a little photo of us having a coffee afterwards. And oh, that was just so nice. I'm going to try and link up with friends more for activity. It's just so nice to be social. It's so much more enjoyable. And we haven't seen each other in ages. I met Jackie back in Sayulita almost 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, but we're now living in the same area. And so, oh, that was just so nice. Great way to get out, do some activity. Did like 40 minutes of running, I think. And he pushed me to go faster as well, which is also good because otherwise I run very slowly, but that's okay too. Anyway, gonna head home now, get some work done. I also think it's good for me to prioritise seeing friends as well, because otherwise I get a bit lonely living alone in London, if I'm completely honest, which is sad to say, but it is true. I have so much more to say on this topic because it is kind of one of the reasons why I'm deciding to move to Australia. So I'll talk more about that in another video. Oh, my omelette didn't exactly go to plan this morning. It's a bit skew-whiff, but I've got some turkey slices in it and some prawns and a dollop of Hellmann's Light mayo. Very proteiny breakfast, which is great. I'm just using up the things that I've got in the fridge, really. But the eating habits are still going strong. And this is the benefit of living by myself in London, because I can just shop for me exactly as I want to be, not influenced by anything else. Because I think what I've learned about myself, especially in the past few weeks of doing this series, is that it's other people's influence is the thing that throws me off track the most. And being with them, eating out with them, the peer pressure of, oh, go on, one won't hurt. And it's true, one won't hurt. But if I'm out for an extended period of time, like weeks or months, it's never just one won't hurt, because this is the kind of thing that's happening every day. This is why it's hard to reach your health and fitness goals whilst you're travelling. I genuinely applaud anyone who's able to kind of stick to their plan whilst they're travelling. I've gone for another one of the high protein ready meals tonight. And then also one of my chicken breast fillets. So we've got a lot of protein going on tonight. Not a lot of colour though, which isn't as good. In about 15 minutes, I am going to be leaving because I'm actually starting a new passion project. Something that I've been wanting to learn for the longest time is sewing. I have wanted to be able to like alter my own clothing, but also know how to make my own clothing, because if you don't know, I had a clothing line called Solo, and I had so many ideas for it. Unfortunately, the company that I was working with went into liquidation. Long story short, I lost tens of thousands of pounds that was going to be reinvested back into the business. The whole thing caused me a lot of grief, a lot of money, and so it's kind of been on the back burner. But I still have all these ideas of products that I want to make. And I see people on TikTok making their own clothes, and I just look at them going, God, I wish I knew how to work a sewing machine and understood how to read patterns so that I could do this. I could, you know, start making things for myself and have a better knowledge of the textile industry. So this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. But today is the first of 4 masterclasses that I'm going to be going to. It's like a complete beginner's masterclass to sewing and using a sewing machine. It's in the centre of London. It's a 3-hour session, and I'm going to be doing it every Thursday night for the next 4 weeks. So today we're making a cushion cover. In the next class, we're learning how to make a tote bag. And then in the class after that, we're going to be making an A-line skirt. But, you know, amongst all of that, we're going to be learning the basics, the fundamentals of how to use the sewing machine, how to work with textiles, and how it all works. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to do a hands-on class, because I feel like so many classes these days are online. And with something like sewing, I just really wanted to get hands-on and do it in person. So I'm actually going with my friend Sabina, who you may recognise from the Taiwan vlogs. It was in Taiwan that we were talking about how we both wanted to learn how to sew, and so we've signed up to this together, which is really nice. But it felt appropriate to tell you that I'm doing this in this video, because I think learning a new skill is definitely part of my summer glow up. I'm with Sabina. Here she is. She's back, bitches. It's in a very beautiful Russell Square.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not what I was like, keep going with the winding. Stop and cut the thread.
Oh, you do it that way? Okay. And then we just do it. Do we just
do it. You can
just do
you
it.
can start with the make your dreams come true.
Oh my God, I'm doing it.
Use the hand flow.
Wow. And then I can go really fast. Oh my God, she's on a roll.
Yes, that is really nice straight stitch. Well done.
That's the best compliment I've received.
So what you can do, you can change the setting for zigzag now.
Okay. You're such a pro.
From the needle. From the needle.
Stretch out for now. Treadmills, we're going to be starting with a little 4-minute warm-up in a moment. We're going to gradually increase your pace.
That Barry's class was so good. I feel like I should go to those more often, but I'm not a member. I just go on ClassPass credits because I get 20 free ClassPass credits a month with my Revolut Ultra subscription, which is so great. But Barry's classes usually cost a lot of credits compared to a lot of other classes, which is why I don't usually go. Actually, I've only been once ever, and it was in Australia. But in London, they did have a 50% off if it was your first class. And so I thought, I'll give it a go. They are such good workouts. The trainer was amazing. She pushed us really hard. It's basically like a HIIT class. And you alternate twice between the treadmill and the weight section. And the instructor is talking you through the whole thing on the treadmill, what your incline should be, what your speed should be. But she's got you like running. I never run that fast when I'm outside or on the treadmill. But I felt really motivated, like push myself hard. And like when you go really fast, like they turn the lights down and so you're like pumping. Feels really good. Well, it feels really bad, but really good. I think my heart rate got so high. How high did it get? My max heart rate was 193 beats per minute. The average was 157. That was across the whole class, including like the breaks and things. That is insane. Ooh, and I know I was in my anaerobic zone for a bit of time. I never really get into my anaerobic. I'm really glad I went. I'll see if I can go again. But because of the number of credits that it usually is, I don't think I'll be making it a super regular thing. Maybe once a week. That could be cool. I burnt 480 calories in 50 minutes. That is such good effort. But now I'm having the most random brunch ever. You know, I said how those groceries would last me 2 weeks. Well, newsflash, they haven't really. They've only lasted me 1 week. At least the stuff that I put in the fridge. I've still got a bunch of stuff in the freezer. But because I'm going to go back to Surrey for Father's Day this weekend, I'm just keeping that stuff in the freezer. And I'm just using up everything left in the fridge. So I have like a singular egg omelette, The rest of my prawns, the turkey breast. Very random. I'm just packing up my bag because I'm going back to Surrey again this weekend. I think I've already told you that for Father's Day. And I had a little bit of a wobble actually just a moment ago because I looked in the mirror, and despite the fact that I have worked so hard this week, as you've seen, I've been eating the cleanest I feel like I've ever eaten. I'm not counting calories, but I must be in a calorie deficit. I've been working out every single day. I've been doing HIIT workouts, strength workouts, running, and I've been feeling amazing. And this is not the priority reason at all as to why I'm doing this glow up. But something I am hoping to do is obviously fit into all of the clothes that are in my wardrobe at some point. I just looked in the mirror, I lifted up my dress, and physically I was like, nothing's changed. If anything, it's gone in the other direction. And so it knocked me back a bit. But then I remembered I am in the trenches of my luteal phase right now. And this is something that I have to remind myself every month. We as women are constantly going through our menstrual phases. And in our luteal phase, we are most likely to just feel and carry more weight than what we would in other phases of our cycle. And so I'm really just trying to remember that right now, because it's times like this where in the past, if I've tried to diet or be good or whatever, I'd look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, well, there's been no progress. What is the point of any of this if it doesn't even work? I'm just going to go back to my old habits. But no, we are not going to do that. This is why since turning 30, I have not seen progress, because I'm not consistent enough, and I'm not allowing for things like my luteal phase, which really will just completely throw you off. It's also just a phase in your cycle that's more likely to make you way less confident or feeling good about yourself. So I'm just trying to like drill that into my brain right now to be like, Christianne, keep going, everything's okay, you're doing great, you've been eating great, you've been exercising great, and you will see progress. You just got to be patient and consistent. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, and hopefully it resonates with some of you as well. I'll finish off this packing, and then it will be the drive down to Surrey, which on a Friday evening going from London to Surrey is probably going to take me 2 hours. Yeah, because it's the worst time to drive in this direction. But c'est la vie, I've already accepted in advance that we're going to be stuck in traffic, and that's okay. Good morning! It's Saturday! Park run! I'm with Cheryl, and we have come to the Alice Holt Park Run! Yay!
It's hilly.
Which means no PB today. I think there'll be a few trails as well, but I'm really looking forward to it.
You never know, Cree, I could G you on.
Yeah,
Try run really
Cheryl's PB is faster than mine, and she's also just generally fitter than I am. But we are running with a dog today.
We are.
So we're just finding a parking space, and then we'll be on our way. I've had a banana, I've had a coffee, a little bit of water.
It's ready to go.
It's very beautiful around here.
I normally run on a belt.
Oh yeah, you do.
Big lugs though.
Yeah, they're very nice. New shoes for Shez. Hey, and here's Billy. Hi Billy. Hi Billy. We're here for a good time.
Not for a fast time.
Good morning!
Wow.
Welcome to Alice Holt. Gather round, please.
People, you haven't done one of these in a while, have you? That'll be good.
Yeah, it's a whole crowd. It's like the London Marathon. This is what the Woking one was like.
Yeah.
And there was like cheering.
It is very good vibes, the park run, isn't it?
No, they are a good vibes. Here we go. So I think, oh my goodness, Billy. Oh my goodness. I worked so hard on that. And I feel a bit silly because I didn't quite reach the 5K time on my watch when I had to do my barcode at the end, and I thought I paused it, but instead I just kind of lapped it. So it says 31 and a half minutes or something, but I reckon it was more like 30 minutes, 45 seconds, something like that, which I'm really happy with because there was 93 meters of elevation. Imagine that. Like it was so hilly, but I pushed up the hills. I didn't walk at all. Really pleased. And Cheryl's just gone to find Wi-Fi because she can't load her barcode. She doesn't screenshot it. So hopefully we'll get her logged in. Billy, you were so good. You ran the whole way. You ran the whole way. We've come into Farnham, which I'm not often in this town, but this is gorgeous. We're in their little like alfresco dining area in the sun. We've come to Cote Brasserie, and I've gone for the highest cal thing on the menu, but it's okay because I just ran very quickly. The breakfast cassoulet.
Doesn't look very good.
It does look good, doesn't it? With some bread and a little flat white.
Mine just looks like it needs a little bit of bacon here or something, you know?
It's also like some smoked salmon or something.
Just a little something here.
Shows has gone for the avo toast. It looks very nice though.
Yeah.
Actually got the hiking boots on this morning, and I'm with Mum. And we're doing a hike in the Surrey Hills in the English countryside, starting at Newlands Corner and around Chantry Wood. It's like 11 kilometres. But yeah, I thought I don't really need hiking boots for this kind of hike, but I haven't worn them, I don't think, since Everest Base Camp. Actually, possibly I brought them to Austria on the ski trip, actually, doing tobogganing, which, by the way, I will be officially opening the booking for Austria 2026 in July, and I have a priority waitlist which you can sign up to if you are interested, which would get you an early 24-hour access to the booking link, which is super exciting. We're actually running 2 trips next year. Anyway, the link for that will be in the description, but I haven't worn my hiking boots in a very long time, and obviously they are going to be a very key part in Pakistan, and I want to make sure that they are fully rebroken in. Hoppa! What are you wearing? Oh,
I'm wearing walking boots.
Oh.
But they're loose stones.
Yeah, they are loose stones. I want to make sure that they're fully rebroken in, because if I've learned anything about hiking boots, it's if you haven't worn them in a long time, they can kind of shrivel up a bit again. That's happened to me before, at least. So, just getting out on this morning stomp. We're going to try and do it fairly fast. There's not that much elevation, maybe a few hundred metres. And yeah, just adding to the hiking training. I'm going to try and get out on at least one a week. So this is this week's. St Martha's Church on the hill, keeping up a really good pace up the hill.
You need to be struggling, but have to really be struggling to push those legs up. Try not to stop at that top. Come on. Lovely work, really good.
.55, the scale said. Which after this whole week does feel pretty disheartening, especially as earlier on in the week I was just starting to feel so good, and I was eating so clean, and I was exercising so much. But I genuinely am putting this down to the phase I'm at in my menstrual cycle, the trenches of my luteal phase. I like genuinely felt it, because I was feeling so good, and then on, what day was it? Was it Thursday or was it Friday? I just felt heavy and blah, and not confident in how I was looking, which is really unlike me as a characteristic. And so I know that that's some demon inside of me that's doing that to me, and it's not actually me. It also could be down to the fact that I had a bit more of an indulgent weekend than I did in the week, because I went back home to Woking and my mum made a spaghetti bolognese, and she also made a spaghetti prawn pasta. I didn't film that, and we also went out for a meal for Father's Day where I had lamb chops. Then again, I think 3 meals in the week is not exactly going to make a difference after a whole week of clean eating. So really, I actually don't think it was that. I genuinely think it was down to my cycle. But let's focus on the positives of this week, because losing weight is not my only goal, and in fact it's not even my priority goal. My fitness levels this week, my goodness, I am so proud of myself. So last week we just entirely maintained, right? I started the week on 40, I ended the week on 40. Let me tell you what I've managed to do this week. So I go on Strava, and we have gone up from 40 all the way to 48. We were actually on 49 yesterday, but because it's early in the morning, haven't done any exercise today, so it's on 48. But 40 to 49, that's the biggest jump that I have had in God knows how long. Like, you can even see on the trend of the graph from the last month that past week has been the biggest uphill jump, which is insane, and I'm so pleased with that. So hopefully that does continue to go up next week. What other things have I done that I can be proud of this week? Oh, my 5k, the park run. So I didn't PB. However, that was a really hilly course. So like there was no way that I could PB with it being that hilly, and yet still got a really good time. I think it was like 31 minutes. I pushed myself really hard. It was so much fun to do it with Cheryl this week and just to do a new course, and I'm definitely going to try and keep the trend of doing a different location every week. I think next weekend I'll also be heading back to Surrey, so I'll probably be one in that area. Don't know which one yet, but that's an exciting thing to look forward to. And I can't not celebrate starting a new hobby this week as well. I feel like that needs to be part of the summer glow up as well. That has made me feel so joyful. And on my TikTok For You page, all that's been coming up is like sewing tutorials, and I just feel so excited to get back to class on Thursday. So that's been amazing as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week on week 5 of the glow up. In fact, the menstrual phase of my cycle. Isn't that exciting? I will see you guys then. Bye bye.